What's like just getting everybody back in for some kind of much needed practice time for you guys after spring?
Well, it's good, in that, obviously we just hadn't had very much practice time at all, to be able to come back and have a good practice today and then have an opportunity to practice again tomorrow. I think it's real important. So we'll see. But I thought we had a really good practice today, and we had all the guys here that participated and stuff, and we were able to just clean up a couple of things that we just really hadn't had the time to do.
You do have everyone back.
Excuse
You
me?
did have everyone back.
Yeah, we did. Alex is on his way back. I mean, he just, he had trouble with his flight, and so he's probably back here now. So
What about Davion? How's the hand?
it's good. I mean, he had a full practice today, no problem whatsoever. I talked to him about being at the All-Star game. He was, it was funny because he, just to be around, he's been around, the all the good young players, but to be around Jerry West and and those kind of guys, and see all those guys, Oscar Robertson and stuff there. I think he was wide-eyed would be the least I think he would be.
For you, was it a moment of decompression a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think your mind still works as to, what can we do better as coaches? How can we put these guys in a position to be successful? I think you go back and you look at certain things and you try to figure out what's going to be best for us and how we can be better moving forward. I think that's the big thing. I mean, obviously we got 20 games left, and we want it to be a real positive thing. If nothing else, we want to make sure that when the season's over, that we're on the upswing and we're playing good basketball. I think that's the most important thing.
When you look at just attitudes overall, do you feel like there's any, maybe if there wasn't, I mean, obviously you had the buy-in before that after the trade deadline of what's left to do, but do you feel like now that the All-Star break is out of the way, this 22-game stretch looks like a marathon for you guys?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say a marathon, but I think it looks like, it's a situation where we're taking that as a season. We're looking at it as a 20-game season. And, obviously the one thing we want to do is make sure that we have a winning season. And so we've got a tough schedule when you look at the home games that we have to play and the teams that are coming in here. But once again, I'll say that when you're playing at home, the one thing we've got to establish here is that we've got to establish a home court advantage, and I don't think we've done that. And then we got to obviously play better basketball on the road. We started out the season playing good basketball on the road, and I think we've got to get back to that. We've got 6 new players. We're trying to integrate them into everything that we're doing. And, I think we've got the right attitude. I thought today was a very good practice, and, there was a lot of talking, and I think the intensity level was right where I wanted it to be. So hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and have a good one again.
Is the goal still to push for the play-in?
Well, we'd like to. I mean, we still have an opportunity to do it on our own. We don't have to look yet, but it's a monumental task now, but it's still on the table. So we just got to come back and like I said, we've got to take care of business, and it starts. We got a big road trip coming up here, and going to be a great challenge, and we got to find a way to win games. It's at that point now. It's at the point now where we got very little margin of error whatsoever.
You get to have any last two. You get to have any conversations with Rashawn about what his role looks like now post the bonus?
No, we talked a little bit about it, and he's been here for the whole week. He's coming here every single day, the whole week, and I think he understands that we love him as a player. I mean, when you think about everything he did for us last year, and hopefully he's over all of these crazy injuries that he's had, and he'll have a good 20-game season for us.
What about D. Jones? D. Jones kind of faded out as a bonus required too.
Well, I don't know if I would say faded out, because I still think he has the ability to help us if we play him. It's a position, it's hard to play 2 guys there, let alone 3 or 4. So, it's not anything that he's done. It's just that it's a numbers game, really, for him. When we played him and put him in games, he's been fine for us.
Alvin, as you talked about cleaning up some things that you could clean up, what are the things you can do like that are maybe quick fix with a couple of days of practice?
Well, I think we got to be better in what we call the crash zones, and that's when we're taking 3-point shots, and we've got guys in the 2 corners here. I think we can get extra possessions by sending those guys to the boards, and we talk about it all the time. I thought Marvin Bagley did a good job at that, getting us an extra possession here and there. So I think we got to get better in that situation. And then I thought we've gotten better at containing the ball and keeping it out of the paint, but we don't seem to come up with the 50-50 balls. We do a good job of deflecting balls or knocking them away. We got to complete that by coming up with the possession of that particular basketball. Those are the 2 things that we kind of emphasize today.